Folks, this is program 2933 of Public Access. A chat with Glendora. Why was the baby shoe crying? Why was the baby shoe crying? His mother was a sneak, and his daddy was a loafer. And one mother called her son Hallie because she called him Hallie's Comet because he only came around every 75 years. A woman said to the taxi driver, "Could you back up 6 miles?" And the taxi driver said, "Why?" And the woman said, "I'm $5 short." Now, well, I'm handicapped here because as ever a cat is lying on top of my work. Did you ever notice how a cat finds out what you're going to do next and then lies down on it? Two women were walking down the sidewalk and they passed a men's store, and there was a sign that said, "On sale, shirts for men with 16 to 18 necks." And one woman says, "That's too many necks for a man to have." The teacher said, to the little girl, "How do you spell rose?" And the little girl said, B-R-O-S-E. And the teacher said, "There is no B in rose." And the little girl said, "There was in the one I smelled." Let's see if I can get Ginny Cat up here. Don't you want to just sit up? It's just too hot to sit up, Ginny. I just want the people to see how cute you are. What a cute little kitty you are. Okay, you can go back and sit there. It's okay, Ginny. Come back. That's it. Come right back and go back to sleep, you lucky cat. I called the city of New Rochelle to find out if they had any restrictions on First Amendment right. The telephone conversation will tell you why I called.
I knocked a Z out of you, that's all. I wanted to call and see if you have any regulations against a person going up and down the sidewalk, First Amendment, with a poster.
I'm sorry, say again?
Yeah. Is there any regulations against a person going up and down the sidewalk with a poster?
Just walking with a poster?
Yeah, walking with a poster, free speech on the sidewalk.
Not that I would have to look into the city code, not that I know of, though.
Oh, okay. Then why don't I call you back in a couple of days?
Okay, who is this?
My name's Glendora.
Okay.
What is your number?
Did you dial what? It's 654?
No, I dialed the city clerk, and the city clerk connected me to you.
Okay, the city clerk would know that answer.
I would think so, but she connected me to you. 654?
2221.
2221.
Right.
Very good. And you're a lieutenant?
Yes.
Very good. So I'll call you. I know that...
Just to give me some idea, what kind of poster are you speaking of?
Well, it would be against New Rochelle Golf.
No, I mean just the size.
Just a standard poster, you know,
Like
over your chest. Over your chest. What'd you say? What'd you say?
No, I'm saying like something on a stick or just something...
Oh, no, not on a stick. It's over your shoulder, over your back, and over your stomach.
Okay, like one of those old Eat It Joe signs?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me look into that and I'll let you know. I'm not sure that there is, but it very well could be.
Okay. Nobody eats at Joe's anymore.
Is Joe's even open anymore?
No, right.
All right.
Okay, because I know that White Plains has they have a police information form that they require, but that's all they require. They can't do, of course, anything more than that.
Right.
And so I'm just seeing if you had any such thing.
I know there are quite a
you just walk up and down in front of the place.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bye. Oh, do you have my number? Oh, I'm going to call you, huh?
Yeah, you said you were going to call me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
These conversations are such a good cross-section of America. Next one is Yonkers, the Yonkers police. I have to picket Kasari there. Grassy Sprain Road and Tuckahoe Road. And Ginny's fur is on my chin. Ginny, Ginny, Gin, chin, chin, chin.
Officer, does the city of Yonkers have any regulations against a person going up and down the sidewalk exercising First Amendment with a poster on his back and front?
I don't know.
You can just go ahead and do it.
Where do you live?
Well, I live in White Plains.
Well, who are you?
My name is Glendora.
What do you do? You a lawyer?
No. What's your name?
Crowley.
C-R-O-W-L-E-Y?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to meet you. So you don't know of any such regulations?
Not at all.
Now, thank you. Let me ask you about this. At Grassy Sprain Road, it comes into Tuckahoe.
Yeah.
There's no sidewalk.
I was wrong about that. There is a sidewalk, and I have picketed there twice already. Well, we just said that this was cross America, and America is getting more and more cross.
City of Yonkers, do you have any regulations against a person picketing with a sign on his chest and back going up and down the sidewalk?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, thanks.
Ma'am, what does the sign say?
What does the sign say?
Well, that, of course,
Strictly.
well, I don't think that's an issue, what the sign says.
Okay, hold on.
That's
Do you,
strict
Franklin?
censorship.
What does the sign say?
Police department number is 377-7900.
Yes. I just talked to him. I just talked to that number.
Huh?
I just talked to that number,
And what happened?
and they connected me to you.
Hold on.
Hello? Hi.
Hi, where would this be at?
Where would it be?
Yeah.
It would be at Grassy Sprain Road and Tuckahoe Road.
Okay, and they're picketing already?
Not they are. It's one person, myself. Nobody's picketing already.
Oh, okay.
I'm just calling up ahead of time to see if
Call the police department.
Well, no, I just talked to the police department. They connected me to you. But that's okay. Apparently you don't have any regulations. Or
I'm giving you the law department, ma'am.
That's not what she said, is it, Franklin? She said police department.
Corporation Counsel's office.
Hello, can you please give me your number? I was connected to you. I don't know what your number is.
I just pulled your call, so you won't be connected to the same number. You're ringing at another desk. Who are you trying to reach?
Ma'am, may I have your telephone number, please?
Any number. Okay.
What is it, please?
377-6240.
Oh, thank you. 6240?
Correct.
Okay, now I'm calling to see if you have, Yonkers has any regulations about a person picketing on a sidewalk wearing a poster front and back.
Oh, you have to speak to one of our attorneys that deal with the codes. Can you hold? I'll see if he's in there.
Yes, thank you.
Cross America.
Good afternoon, Corporation Counsel.
Hello, are you the Corporation Counsel?
No.
Okay, that's to whom I have to be connected. Okay, I have to be talked to the Corporation Counsel. Or one of the attorneys. My name is Glendora, and I'm calling about any regulation against picketing on a sidewalk wearing a poster, back and front.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I videotaped at 3 a.m. this morning and resumed at 8 a.m.
Turn off recorder.
Well, let me get back to you because he's not picking up.
Okay. What is his number, please? I'll call him when I can.
377-6240.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's the number that they connected me to. Okay, and his name or her name?
William Mooney.
William Mooney. Thank you very much. I'll call back when I can.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Then I informed Thomas J. Hillgartner, the pro bono lawyer for Goldberg in Goldberg versus Cablevision. I told him that Mark Shukin had left, and Hillgartner's reaction was wild. I'm trying to find out from the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit at Foley Square if Glendora's records on appeal for all of her cases have been sent back to the district court. It's taking me weeks and weeks and months. That's really not my job. It's a clerk's job.
You see Mr. Kramer anywhere? No.
This is Mr. Cadella, president of Eureka Vacuum Cleaner. I called him up and thanked him for resolving the difficulty.
Kremer.
Kremer, G-R-E-M-E-R.
You see him anywhere?
He works up on the third floor also. I can transfer you to either line, but I couldn't tell you if they're here or not.
Okay, let's try Mr. Cadello.
Okay, one moment.
Thank
This
you.
is in Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. Cincinnati.
Identification card from the Bank of New York.
Cadello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Cadello. Is this you, Mr. Cadello? Yes, I wanted to give you praise for Rick Kramer.
Rick Kramer?
Yes.
Yes?
He gave us a vacuum cleaner. Ours didn't work.
Oh, good.
And he gave us a new one, and we love it.
Okay, what is your name so I can tell him?
Okay, Glen, G-L-E-N.
Right.
Dora, D-O-R-A.
Okay.
And my telephone number is 914-949-9495. And the new one has a headlight on it.
Okay.
And we love it, and it cleans the rugs very, very well. I just wanted you to know that Rick had done a great job, and that we're very pleased with the replacement.
Okay, very good. I will get a hold of him and thank him.
Oh, good. And I have a number on that if you need it.
Yeah, what is it?
Is this sound right? 0005? Does that sound right?
That's correct.
Okay, 0005099755.
Okay.
And the file number is 43.
Well, I guess you get the idea.
52.
Nice company.
And the new one has a headlight on it.
Okay.
And we love it, and it cleans the rugs very, very well. I just wanted you to know that Rick had done a great job, and that we're very pleased with the replacement.
Okay, very good. I will get a hold of him and thank him.
Oh, good. And I have a number on that if you need it.
Yeah, what is it? Okay.
And the file number is 432. Thank you very much, and I put a sign up on my TV show that Eureka makes good immediately.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, and we're happy that you're happy.
Oh, good. It's a nice machine.
Okay.
What do you call a miniature guppy?
A what?
A miniature guppy.
I have no idea.
A microfiche.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Cadello. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Do that.
next recording, folks, is Rebecca Agostini, Postmaster, White Plains.
But there's really no way of knowing or proving that she was the one that took the return address.
Oh, well, I know.
You want it back?
Well, of course, but I have personal knowledge that she did it. I have personal knowledge.
Nobody's going to do anything.
Under penalty of perjury. Why
Not
not?
going to do anything.
You can't get away.
Who it came from.
Sure she did.
She didn't want it. She put the return address and had it returned to you.
And that's what's illegal.
If you didn't put the return address, it would have just went to the dead letter. You would have never gotten it back anyway.
Well, if I don't care about getting it back that way. No, I think something should be done about that.
I don't know.
Did you get my letter about Larry?
No.
Okay, you'll probably get that today.
What happened? Larry?
Tuesday, yeah. The Larry postal clerk.
You got nasty?
Oh, boy.
What happened?
Well, it's all in the letter. Okay, 6-7 pages.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh, it's all in the letter.
All right, I'll look out for it. Let me get it today.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
When? When did you have an incident with him?
Friday night.
Friday night?
Yeah. Is Steve all right? He feel off? He's sick? He's very sick?
That's Steve Gabara. I'm very concerned for him. And we said a prayer in church for him. And from there I went to the Public Service Commission, and we've covered that in several programs 2 weeks ago. The letter that Rebecca Agostino and I were talking about was Leslie Duran. I purposely kept off my return address so that she wouldn't send it back to me, and she illegally put my return address on it and sent it back to me at the expense of my postage, 77 cents, and that's postal fraud, and I am asking for action on that. That's Durango, Colorado, Durango Community Access TV. Across America is the United States District Court,
Good afternoon.
some district of
What district
Michigan.
of Michigan are you? Eastern District. You're the Eastern District, yeah. And do you abbreviate that EDM? Or don't you abbreviate? What are you doing? Oh, I'm filing a complaint in this court. No, you should spell it out. You should abbreviate it. Now, what is your zip code, please? 48226. 48226. Do you have a pro se kit?
No, but we have some forms we can send to you.
That would be nice. Could you send them to Franklin?
Okay?
Franklyn. It's spelled with a Y.
Okay.
Buell, B-boy, U-E-L-L.
Wait, spell that last name again?
Surely. B-boy, U-E-L-L.
Okay.
Thanks. Box 416.
Okay.
White Plains, New York.
Okay.
106 02. Could you include a civil cover sheet?
Oh, we always give you those because we need those filled out.
Oh, good.
It's not something that you create.
All right.
How many people are you suing?
46.
46 defendants. You know you're going to have a copy for each one, and,
Each one has to be served, you mean?
right?
Oh, yes. Each one has to be served. But they can be served by Rule 4D, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 4D, and ask them to waive the cost of serving a summons.
You found this in form of office?
Yes, this is an IFP. Are you going to include an IFP?
Yeah, sir. What?
Oh, thanks a lot. What is your name?
You know, we don't give out our names here.
Oh, don't give out names?
Absolutely not. Security purposes. You know, it's up to the judge to make a ruling on the IFP and also on the service. So you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll get that in the mail for you today.
Okay, now, what is in that packet that you're sending?
Okay, so cover sheet, summons, IFP form. It's going to have a little packet telling about how to file properly in this court. You need to read that before you fill out the paperwork. And there'll be blank complaint forms.
Blank complaint forms.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. Do you have a pro se clerk?
No, we do not.
No pro se clerk?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Anything else you can tell us?
No. Just read the information before you fill it out and return it to the court.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to send the Rule 4D, waiver of a summons?
We don't send rules out. They have to purchase from the Derby.
Okay. Do you have any local rules?
You have to order those from Derby Printing. We do not furnish local rules to the court.
Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Is that everything that you give people?
That's it.
That's it, huh?
Yeah?
All right. What's the name of the chief judge?
Lawrence P. Zarkoff.
Lawrence?
Zatkoff.
And the middle initial was P as in Paul?
Right.
Okay, P. And Z as in zebra?
Right, but you don't send your paperwork to him.
No.
You don't file with the chief judge.
No. I didn't say I did.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Okay. I don't think I had to be told that. Now,
You'd be surprised where documents go in this courthouse.
excuse me?
You'd be surprised where documents are sent to in this courthouse.
Okay, Z zebra, A, T Tom, C O,
K. O-F-F.
Oh, would you start from the beginning, please?
C-A-T.
What, Z zebra?
Yes, Z zebra.
Uh-huh.
A apple.
A,
T Tom.
T Tom,
K kangaroo.
K,
O
kangaroo.
ostrich. F Franklin. F Franklin.
Oh, okay. And the name of your chief clerk?
David Weaver.
I can spell that, I think. Weaver.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What do you think of
Pretty
that?
bad clerk, huh?
What do you think of that? Across America. We are going across America.
Saturday, 10:57 a.m. Hi, yes, the Japanese, that was great. You were awesome. I just wanted to tell you that I watch your show all the time, and everything you do is just fantastic. You're so real and you're so with it. Keep up the good work. I'm really enjoying the time I spend with you when I feel like I spend time with you, and I just wanted to just, say God bless you, and I thank the Lord that I get to watch your show, and you help me out. You bring a lot of things into perspective, and I really appreciate it. So, thank you.
Isn't that
End
nice?
of messages.
It's in March.
Folks, I tried to reason with Mr. Clark at Clark's Movers of the ripoff that's taken place. It didn't do any good. He didn't understand it.
Was the box put in order?
Well, I had 100 boxes, and they were all numbered. I said, take them out in order. Oh, no. Remember, I talked to you. I said I want them to take it out in order. Oh, no, we're not going to take them out in order. And so when they got here, the boxes were all mixed up, and they had to stand outside and stack them and put them in columns and put them in order. And it took 3 hours.
Was there a problem there with the boxes?
James made the problem because he didn't take the boxes out in order and put them in the truck in order.
Oh.
The moving bill the first time was
So that's 3 months ago.
$350. The second
that's
time
in
was
March.
$750 to move 3 miles.
And then Bill Campbell acted like a savage. He was rude. He screamed and hollered at me in my own house. So I'll never call Clark Moving again. Never.
Don't you either.
Is that what you called to tell me? You going to call me no more? You going to move again?
No, I'm not moving again. No, I'm not moving again.
It's hopeless.
No, I called to say that it was a bad deal all around. It was James' fault. It was Bill Campbell's fault. The cost was twice as much as it was. I got charged for time that James didn't work. He went off and called Bill Campbell. It was a whole bad deal. I put it up on my television show. That I was very displeased with Clark moving. I left you a message some time ago.
Okay, let's try to get through 11:09 here.
Glendora's 50th college reunion, America. Upside down. What happened, Chuck? What was your greatest surprise going to a reunion? Well, the college, the building. Yes, not getting back to you. Municipality, except the county of New York. Yeah, well, we had presented that to the legislative council, and we're him to committee is going to be.
I guess we have to back off now. The next conversation is extremely valuable for you to hear, so it will have to go on to another edition. This is a chat with Glendora, and this is program number 2933, Public Access Program, and it has really been a chat with Glendora, playing you all these audio tape conversations, which, as I say, is a cross-section of America. This is what is happening in America today. So I say goodbye to you, and I say keep the courage flaming, that we have to clean out the evil in this world, and we have to work very hard to do it. So God bless you all. Folks, I'd like to play you this conversation with Phil Goldstein, who was in Port Jefferson in Long Island. And I think it's one of the best minds that we have. He is a leader of the Independent Party because he believes in that. He believes that Americans need an independent party. Indeed, they do. So why don't you just listen to this? It's really good. This happened on July 12th, or so, that week anyway.
Tuesday, the Consumer Protection Committee is going to be meeting on the 22nd, and we're going to raise the issue with them as to whether they feel that they can intervene as a municipality under, you know, what the definition of a municipality is. We had presented...
Oh, absolutely. A county is a municipality, except the county of New York.
Yeah, well, we had presented that to the Legislative Council, and we've asked him to make a ruling on it before the committee. And then, in light of that, we're going to ask them to assume a role, especially now because New York State has just had a decision that the courts can have cameras in the courtroom.
Oh, tell me about that, because they made the decision that they couldn't.
Yeah, they had previously opposed it, but now there was a recent decision in favor of cameras in the courtroom.
Would that be the state legislature?
It's the courts themselves. It's an administrative decision within the courts on the basis of a case that was probably raising the question about cameras in the courtroom. I think it had to do with the Diallo case.
Yes.
And so the decision was in favor of cameras in the courtroom, so we're going to use that as a lever to increase the pressure for a C-SPAN type of channel, especially here in Suffolk County, and then in turn use that as a lever towards statewide, and then in addition also use that to bring pressure to bear with regard to public access and education, because our contention is that public access is a vital communications link between the community organizations and the citizens who obtain and need the services of these community organizations, and that it's vital also educationally in that we want to tie the school system into it and have students acquire educational skills, professional skills, in terms of having students take courses and get credit for acquiring the skills to operate the cameras and direct and produce and so on, and that these same students would then provide a cadre who could service the community organizations and thus relieve the community organizations of the burden of production.
Oh, that's nice.
The end of it would be handled by students acquiring education in performing all of these functions.
Oh, that's good.
They could then move on into, because out here on the island there is talk about opening up a major studio on the east end of Long Island for probably movie and TV production.
Oh, that's good.
And so this is an ideal kind of tie-in in that respect.
Oh, that's good.
So, we're hoping that the legislature will jump on the bandwagon in that respect.
Well, that's good, Phil. Did you get out your signatures to the court?
No, I have been otherwise embroiled because I'm also involved with the Independence Party, and this is primary election time.
Yeah, but you got to get those to the court.
Okay, I will see to it that it goes out tomorrow morning.
Okay, because it'll all take you about 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I had gotten it. I opened it up and looked at it. So, I'll get that out tomorrow.
And did you get somebody to sign a public access agreement for Glendora?
No, there again, my apologies.
Okay.
No. It's a question, unfortunately, of priorities.
Yeah.
I've got a lot on my plate at this time.
Oh, I know. Did you know that Shukin left Cablevision?
I'm sorry?
Did you know that Mark Shukin left Cablevision?
No, who was Mark Shukin?
Well, he is the vice president in charge of local origination, local programming,
Oh, is that right?
and public access. He's the one, he's Maurice Cunningham's boss.
Uh-huh.
Mike O'Neill's boss and Tom Geiger's boss. He's everybody's boss.
Well, do you think he left under fire, or where did he go to? Do you have any idea?
Well, he was nice enough to call me up and tell me that he was leaving and to say thank you for the experience, that he enjoyed it a lot, and he was saying that he and his wife are from Seattle and they wanted to go home again, and he got an offer, so he took it right away. So he's going to Seattle. So you can speculate as to why that he might really have been trying to do public access, but he found out that the company was
against it, and so
and you might speculate that.
How old a man is he?
Oh, he's young. He can't be.
Oh, then
Oh, he's young.
That would seem to be the case.
30, 31 or 2.
To leave Cablevision and so on, considering it's a major player. And to go to Seattle, it would probably be what, local?
No, he's going to work for the internet.
Oh, he's going to work for the internet.
Yeah. He's going to work for the internet.
A hot ticket item right now. Everybody and his brother is trying to be a .com or a .org and grab a piece of the pie.
Yeah, right.
I realize that's a tempting one.
Yeah, right.
For the call.
Okay, Phil.
I'll keep my promises.
Phil, I find Jay's throne abrasive.
Yeah, he is. He's that kind of a guy. Yeah. On the few occasions that I've... Pardon me, I seem to be getting another
Let me give you a new battery here. This is the neatest little tape recorder. It operates on one battery. One battery alone. Do you ever know anything like that?
Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The United States District Court, Southern District of New York, has a grievance committee so that people can complain about lawyers and hopefully get rid of these bad lawyers. It's what it is. It's a grievance committee for grieves against lawyers. And so I have filed a grievance against Ben Wiles, Joshua Koenig, and Paul Rapp. And it's almost 2 years, and nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. And so the person in charge of this is a judge named Shira Shinlin, a United States District Judge, and I called up and left this message on her recorder.
It's been over a year since I found...
Please leave a message at the tone, or enter another extension number, or press 0 for assistance. Recording.
This is a grievance against the grievance committee. It's been over a year since I filed a grievance against Ben Wiles, Joshua Koenig, and Paul Rapp. I believe it's the duty of the grievance committee to protect the public from people like this, and nothing has been done. It's Glendora, 914-949-9495. Watchdog on crooked lawyers and corrupt judges.
That is addressing your government
The date of these calls
for redress of wrong.
2000 Sunday. Time is 8:30 p.m. This is B40.
On June the 18th, I called Lori Galgano, who is my student. I really taught her everything she knows. I got her started on this. She had an important message, prison reform. And I called her because Diane Bennett and Cablevision were giving her a very, very hard time on her public access program, keeping it cablecast, and all of the papers that had to be signed. So this is what I said to Lori, and what she said to me.
This is the 42nd call.
How are you?
We're fine. I'm sorry that I didn't get your call until the weekend.
That's okay. I hope I don't lose my natural start altogether. I'm having such a hard time with that.
Yeah, and they say this doesn't limit and prohibit public access.
What?
They say that this doesn't limit and prohibit public access.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Now, where's this stand? Did the man sign?
No.
He did not. So I'm going to sign.
If you would, honey. Maybe,
I will.
Maybe,
I'll call up. Did you get my message? I'll call.
I did. I got it very late, though. I did.
Yeah, I'll call up Diane and say, Diane, I don't think there's any need for me to stand before you. I will just, I have an empty form here. By the way, how are you going to fill it in? Just a second. You got the form in front of you?
No. No, I'm in the middle of doing something on the computer for my husband.
Well, how do you want the form made out?
It's The Hidden Truth, Lori Galgano. And, you know.
And what's it about?
It's about, just a watchdog for the prison system and the, judicial system and the government in general.
Okay. And what time slot do you want?
7:30. Oh, wait, I was on,
You were on 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Monday?
Every Friday.
7 p.m. Fridays. That's what you want?
Yeah, that's where I was.
Okay. Anything else there?
That's it. Half hour.
Lori told a good joke. You want to hear it? Let me put it in a better tape player for you. That first tape is very good at queuing things up.
Glenny, listen to this. Teacher's teaching her class. She says, okay, kids, I'm going to hold up pictures of animals. I want you to tell me what they are. The first picture she holds up is a dog, and a little Bobby raises his hand. Oh, I know. That's a dog. Teacher says, very good, Bobby. Next picture she holds up is a cat. Little Susie raises her hand. She says, I know, that's a cat. Very good, Susie. Next picture she holds up is a deer, and nobody raises their hand. And she says, oh, nobody knows what this is? I'm going to give you a hint. It's something that your mother calls your father all the time. Little Harriet raises her hand. Oh, I know. It's a nincompoop. And now every time Pat and I pass a deer on the road, we say, oh, there's a nincompoop.
Okay, so I said I would sign Lori's papers for Nassau County and also Huntington, Islip, and Babylon. That's what's called the Woodbury system. I said I would sign them, didn't I? And because I can do that, because I have the Huntington address. A Chat with Glendora has a telephone there. It's called Glendora TV. Call me up.
Which must be granted. Thank you.
Okay, then I call Diane Bennett and say I will send in the papers. And here's what resulted.
Yeah?
How are you?
Oh, very good, thanks. I will sign Lori's public access paper.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I have an empty one here. Why don't I just fill it out and put on the Huntington Station address and send it to you?
Can you hold on, please?
Yeah.
I think the people are sending it in to me when we've asked people to come in.
I'll send it in to you. I'll send you a copy of my telephone bill. Here it is, to Vesta Glendora TV, 1395 New York Avenue, and it's on page 516 of the Suffolk book. Okay. I just thought I think it's appropriate to even require that I come in. When you know me personally, and you know that that's my address.
And it has nothing to do with you personally. It has to do with the procedure that we set up to accept applications.
But don't you understand that you're going to get sued flat on your duteous maximus for this continuous limiting and prohibiting of public access? Lori has tried 3 times to get people to sign that thing. People don't want to sign that thing. And then you told the person who came in, you're going to be liable for this and liable for that, and then he wouldn't sign.
Legal responsibility.
But don't you understand what that adds up to? It adds up to breaking the state law. Look it up. No cable company can limit or prohibit public access. And you are doing this blatantly. And you are really laying yourself open. Friend of mine that you are, I am just getting furious with this. People, you are limiting and prohibiting. Now, maybe that's what you want to do. But you are in rank violation of the law, making it so difficult for a public access producer to go forward with a right that he has. This isn't a right that you give him. We have this right.
I agree with you.
We have it federally, we have it by the state, we have it by the municipality. You're not giving us any right.
She has the right in her Suffolk County area.
She what?
It's in the Suffolk County area.
No, we're talking about the public access thing that you want her to sign to have her program on the Woodbury system. This is all we're talking about. We're not talking about editing in Suffolk
And
County.
that's exactly why you have the address in Huntington, was because that was something that you needed as well.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Lori.
I'm talking about you, because Lori, I should talk to Lori about Lori, right? Isn't that only...
No, I don't even know what you mean. I talked to Lori this morning, and she called me, and she asked... Huh?
You know, to speak to the person who
She asked me to do this, okay?
So she did, and that's why if she has a question, she can call me.
What question?
Let me speak to Maurice and see if, you know...
What question? I don't have a question. She doesn't have a question. I'm going to fill out the thing. I have a blank one. I'll fill it out. I'll sign it. I'll send it to you, and I'll send you a copy of my telephone bill.
Okay. And I'll look at it when I get it.
In the meantime, are you robbing her of her spot? 7 o'clock on Friday night.
I appreciate you giving me a call, Glendora.
What about her spot? She's worried sick about it.
And I'll speak to Lori about her spot.
Look, Diane, friendship or not, I have had enough of this, and you are breaking a state law. Okay, it's 1:30 p.m. on June 19th, 2000. Franklin says there's somebody behind this who doesn't...
You know, folks, I've been a friend and a great admirer and respecter of Diane Bennett at Cablevision, Woodbury, for a number of years, and since 1993. And that is the first time that I've ever spoken harshly to her. And I feel badly about that. But we have to stand up for the right. No cable operator can limit, nor prohibit public access, and that's what Diane Bennett and Cablevision have been doing to Lori Galgano for 10 days. Franklin says that it's political. Some political doesn't want that program on TV because it talks about the bad things that are going on in prisons, and it talks about innocent people being sent to prison, and it talks about the regime, the crooked regime that we have. And Franklin also said that when Glendora's program was addressing Galata and his Commissioner of Consumer Affairs, James Picketing, and revealing that they were not protecting the consumers of Nassau County, that they tried removing Glendora's program, taking it off of TV, and they found out in a hurry that that doesn't work. So they're trying something new with Lori's program. Folks, this next conversation to chat with Glendora is Charles Runge. I met him in the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, White Plains. He's an interesting person. He's very difficult to understand, and it's difficult to understand what he's doing. But it has something to do with pedophiles, with pornographic use of children. And you remember the police case in Bedford, New York. They're all sort of like that case. And now he's branched out into Pennsylvania, doing this in Pennsylvania. It's the children's angle, and it's the pornography, and it's the also the corruption in the police department. So let's see what you can make out of this.
Those are my cases.
No, tell me about it.
There's 2 more police chiefs were terminated, including John Claytor of the Pennsylvania State Police.
Oh, wow.
That was 2 weeks ago. And James Cassetti of Wallkill, and he was chief there, and he got replaced by Bob Henneman. And Cassetti, I had turned his son in April of '98, and his son got beaten to death by a Good Samaritan. Then on top of that, 2 more police officers in Bedford were terminated, Collins and Mosquito, who were both detectives.
nothing, and she's all hooked up. She's been paid through and through.
I can imagine.
She's been bought through and through. She was over in the Supreme Court, and then they got her over into the federal court.
Wow, because you know what? Because I'll tell you what, that case, it only cost me about $150 when we wiped out those two cops, Collins and Mosquito, who were dirty.
Oh, no.
And they were involved in the pedophile cop stuff and everything. And, but anyway, the Cassetti case was a real inexpensive one. It only cost me $2.40 for a letter to the FBI and a couple of dollars worth of a phone call to state police. Wait till you hear this, Glendora. 2 state troopers were stalking me up by SUNY New Paltz University.
Yeah.
The state college up there, Foreman and Kelly.
Yeah.
And the feds said they're going to do a massive crackdown on both state police in these 2 states, New York and Pennsylvania. And within a few days, because my lawyer filed papers against Pennsylvania out here for illegally seized evidence on the dead cops, right, those pedophile cops, Foreman and Kelly got in their 1999 brand new police cruiser and slammed it into a tractor trailer head on, and they both died. You might even have heard about it. Worst respect.
This is horrible stuff. But we'll have to watch it. We'll have to see what's going on.
And those troopers all got transferred out or arrested, demoted. The only troopers went down, 7 troopers went down in Pennsylvania. 5 troopers arrested, but just on my case, just singly on my case, of when they illegally raided my home, 7 troopers. Wong got arrested, Schmidt got arrested, Smith got arrested, Scales got arrested, and one other guy did, and then let me think, it was just Smith, Scales, Schmidt, Long, Sidorak committed suicide, that's Trooper Sidorsky, and then Commander Clay Tor had criminal charges filed against him, and he got terminated. Isn't that too much?
Oh, that's terrific. That's
Now, listen to this, Glendora. They said that they want, the Governor Ridge, Tom Ridge, wants the superintendent, Paul Lavarco, of Pennsylvania State Police to resign, and he's going to give him the axe if he doesn't do it, because my lawyer already filed subpoenas against him. Isn't that too much?
Yes, that's great. That's great. Now, when are we going to get Bryant arrested?
Okay, let me tell you. I'll tell you right now. The feds could come in at any point. We don't know if they're going to do Bryant, but they're going to most likely do Julian Zero, because they could get her 2 different ways on the pedophile cop cases. They have deadly felony evidence against her, federal felony and federal offense, and on the other cases, which are the tax evasion cases, her name is on 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Kenneth Gribbets was a DA, and he was convicted in Rockland County. You might have heard about this. He was the top performing DA in the state of New York, and he was charged with the $10,000 of tax evasion. He was taking checks from private clients to do work on the side. He wasn't reporting any of the taxes, and he got convicted. He got like 18 months probation. Janine Pirro could go for like probably $500,000 or $600,000 worth of tax evasion, so it's enormously, like 50 times more. Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome, yeah.
Get it from either side. Brian could be arrested any day now if they wanted to. Probably, I think he's a Democrat, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
But probably Hillary and Bill Clinton are going to feel sorry for him. But you know, I'll tell you what happened is there was sort of a thing, Glendora. I know you've heard about this, but there was a lot of people claiming, you know, that I do these things through magical means and everything. Well, Giuliani had to drop out of the race against Hillary,
And so he goes on and on and on and on, non-stop. I asked him, somebody trumped up a charge against him that he was mentally unsound, and so there was a hearing on that, and the hearing failed. So we just have to watch him. Folks, this is one of the most interesting calls that I ever got from a court. This is from the United States District Court in Delaware. And we just had a cat encounter. I'm sorry about that. We were just trying to get cool. I'm sorry, Ginny. It was just unfortunate. Okay, let's go ahead with this.
Tuesday, 9:51 a.m.
Yes, this is Constitutionality calling from the Delaware District Court. I'm just calling to let you know that I did receive your last mailing. If it was you mailed it last week, I did receive something in the mail. I do have all your pleadings, and it is on my list to review. I reviewed the cases in order that they come into the court, and there's one case that came in before yours that I haven't gotten to yet, and yours is the next one after that. I'm trying the best I can to get them done. I'm just one person, and
But I just want to assure you that I do have it, and I will be working on it hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Tuesday, 10:14 a.m.
Where's the judge?
Hello, Glendora, it's Ray. I'm getting back to you again.
Ray
How you
Jameson.
doing?
Where's the
I
judge
didn't know
on all
if your
this?
phone number had changed to an 845 or not. So I used the 914, and I'm sure
This is a chat with Glendora with Barbara Goldberg. I was telling her what we had for dinner. We had vegetarian chocolates and mashed potato and green beans.
You weren't always a vegetarian, were you?
1969.
Oh, a long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was when I was on TV for General Electric in Schenectady, Albany, and Troy, and Franklin was a newspaper reporter in Buffalo, so that actually we lived in Buffalo, but my program was on Monday through Friday, so I'd get on the train Monday morning and go back Friday night.
Oh, boy.
And when I saw those pigs in those open slatted boxcars in January being moved across western New York in winds of 40 miles an hour, I said, I will have nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this on the way to the slaughterhouse. No, I will have nothing to do with it.
And chickens also.
Yeah, well, it's terrible what they do to chickens. You ever see them sticking their necks out of the crates as they go down the road?
Well, when I was a kid, chickens weren't crated. They used to run around in the chicken yard.
I'm talking about the ones that they're taking to be slaughtered.
I know.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with it.
And fish?
Yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with it. Can you imagine having a hook in your mouth, you're hungry, you see something to eat? And
We try not to think about that.
yeah, and you get a hook in your mouth, I think that's pretty unmanly.
Yeah. You know you're right. You really are right.
You're very compassionate.
I'm compassionate, but I still eat fish with the hook in the mouth. Right? Well, I'll have to give it some thought. I bought some mail from you today. Would you like...
I also told Barbara how convenient it is to have the groceries delivered. You get the see-down flyer, comes to your house, and you open it up and you call them up and you have your groceries delivered. And the groceries cost $55 last Thursday, and we gave the man William who delivered them $5. This chat with Glendora is to Bob Goldberg, telling him how I got up at midnight to order the editing, and I started my call at 11:28 so that I would finish by midnight and have my editing and be the first one to call. And I get in to do the editing and they tell me that I missed by 30 seconds. Therefore, I would have to get up Tuesday night at midnight and try again for... we're through with midnight calling. Dumb Cablevision.
Is that fishy? Isn't that something?
And then we spent hours and weeks planning that Glendora would edit on July the 3rd, Monday, and not have to call up at midnight anymore. And so that went on for 2-3 weeks. And then they finally found out that it's a company holiday, July 3rd.
Nothing to do with Russian.
And on this call is the big news that Figliosi and Shea at the Public Access Producers meeting out in Riverhead that was engendered by Zabi. The Public Service Commission said that the Cablevision Public Access Kit is no more. Victory! Victory! microphone's back on. Now you want to clear this. You want to clear it. Oh, God. This is an awful job, God. Now, this is a chat with Glendora, and we're having chats here on audio tape with various people. The first one up today is Phil Goldstein, who lives in Port Jefferson, Long Island, Suffolk County, and is very active in the Independent Party and is very strong on free speech and public access. Glendora calls him up and asks him if he had signed the papers and sent them to the judge.
Much accumulated paper that somehow, somewhere along the line, I put it aside to do it and then misplaced it. So I've got to try and track it down.
Like today?
By the way, did you hear that?
Yeah, like today, will you try to track it down?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the judge should hear from you.
Okay. The Cablevision has rescinded the July base. We had a meeting with the PSC, two representatives, Shea and Figliosi, right?
And Tuesday that was, right?
Yeah. And they said that Cablevision is rescinding the July 1st deadline. However, I just got a call minutes ago from somebody in Cablevision with regard to the 13-week limit, the contract limit, in terms of when my program would be aired. They wanted to change the time of my program unilaterally. I said to them that I would not accept a change of time and date. They wanted to move me from Tuesday to Wednesday. I also, they told me that they were going to take away the 2.5-hour slots that I had gotten as compensation for screw-ups in my, in the broadcasting of my program. I had a Friday and Saturday time slot, and they're playing legalisms with me because Lee Lutz had originally signed, and so therefore they say that they don't have a contract with me. Although, we were co-producers right from the get-go for 4 years. It was just that he took care of that aspect of it. He signed the papers. So I got to see, what the results of that will be, plus the fact that do they have the right to go ahead with this 13-week limitation, or are we protected by any of the injunctions that we've sought against it? So I don't know what the situation is.
Well, that's
concerned.
That's a good test. Okay, whom did you talk to? Who told you all this?
I'm trying to think. I can't recall the name now off the top of my head.
Emily? Amy Colombo?
Yeah, that's who it was, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you got somebody that... He said that Figliosi and Shea said that the Cablevision public access kit is no more.
Right. That's what they had contended.
Oh, because you really are a very good speaker.
Thank you.
And you're a good thinker.
Well, this morning I raised the issue of Cablevision again and quoted to them from the minimum...
Now, wait a second. Who is them?
The public service, the Consumer Protection Committee.
Oh, good for you.
Legislature.
Okay.
I was there again this morning, so was Abby and Janet. And
Janet who?
Janet Russell.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And the point me.
All right, Phil, here's the number.
Okay.
Okay. 631 348 6800 extension 310.
And plus the fact that they were aware that we had spent 2 hours before the Public Safety Committee with regard to the issue of protecting the citizens of the county against unscrupulous, sewer service of Davis and so on.
Yeah, oh, great.
And so he was aware, and he confirmed that they were going to do something by bringing it up before the county legislature and taking some action on it. So
What's the name of the fellow from Suffolk who was the chairman?
Cameron Alden is the chairman of the Consumer Protection Committee.
No, the Independent Party.
Oh, no, that's Frank McKay.
Yeah, Frank McKay.
Yeah. But the member of the committee who was most responsive was a guy named Crecca, C-R-A-C-C-A. We seem to feel that there's bipartisan support here. The chairman of the Public Safety Committee, the police commissioner, the sheriff, the administrative judge of the county courts, and a number of other officials, including representatives of the senior citizens groups and so on. And the purpose of this organization, as defined by the charter, is, to raise issues and to bring it to the attention of the legislature or other appropriate officials with regard to criminal matters and so on. And so our contention is that because Catterson is involved, because the courts are involved, Catterson being the DA, the courts are involved, the police are involved, the sheriff's office, the county clerk's office, that therefore, in order for an appropriate investigation to be conducted, it cannot be done internally, in-house, because every time these issues are raised, the district attorney's office scoffs at them, yet many of the judges who are embroiled in this are former assistant district attorneys, so there's a conflict of interest, and the district attorney's office won't prosecute with regard to these criminal actions, and so citizens of Suffolk County not only have suffered past injustices, but may well be suffering future injustices as this criminal activity continues. And so therefore, we felt that the coordinating council would give cover to a request that either the Attorney General's office and or the U.S. Attorney's office conduct an investigation of this matter, or the State Investigation Commission, because of the fact that it embroils, so many different agencies within Suffolk County's government. And this way, no one official will be calling for such an investigation, which puts them in jeopardy because of the intimidating nature of Mr. Catterson, the district attorney, who has been a bully in terms of his selective prosecutions that have been going on. In fact, the county legislature had even enacted a resolution calling for an investigation of his conduct in office. So,
Very good.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, we got to hope that somebody...
Well, is McKay the chairman now?
Huh?
Is McKay the chairman now?
Yes, he is.
He still is.
Officially declared. It was resolved just a couple of weeks back that the efforts by Mr. Essenberg to challenge the due process nature of his removal from office, the courts threw out the case, and so now Frank McKay is clearly the chairman.
Oh, good for you. That's a big victory.
Except that we're under siege because it's primary time now, and what's happening is an assault is being launched to try and retake control away in a political guerrilla war. So, the party is weak in that we don't have a powerful organization to withstand an assault, especially if that assault is aided and abetted by a major party that has the resources. And so this is what's happening. Essenberg is a very shrewd shrewd operator, and he's willing to prostitute himself, to anybody who can provide him with the resources. And so lawyers or notaries can come into our territory and pursue us in terms of running primaries against those of us that removed Essenberg from office, and hopefully try to unseat us, in which case they have, recaptured the Independence Party, and we're, in an ongoing war. It's like never ending, unless and until Essenberg, is defeated again in this kind of open battle, and maybe that will teach the major parties that it doesn't pay for them to invest their resources, in pursuing us and trying to put in place leadership that is willing to prostitute the party. Although you can never really escape from that kind of thing. One of the things that I found very disturbing, and I'm very depressed, and this is, it makes it hard for me to be an active participant. We recently endorsed Felix Grucci for the 1st Congressional District seat, which is currently held by Michael Forbes. Now, Michael Forbes, I don't know if living in Westchester, I don't know if you were aware of what went on. Forbes had been a Republican who left his party and became a Democrat. He had an ongoing battle with the leadership of the Republican Party. When Newt Gingrich ran to be the Speaker of the House, Forbes voted against him. And Forbes also signed the discharge petition that allowed the House of Representatives to vote on campaign finance reform. Shays Meehan was the name of the bill, which was the House equivalent to McCain-Feingold, which was the campaign finance reform bill in the Senate. And so Forbes has established himself as an independent kind of guy who supports campaign finance reform, much the same as McCain had done. And McCain has been rewarded in the primary because he had outpolled Bush here on Long Island, and most of the party regulars who had run as delegates to the National Convention in support of Bush were defeated, including Mr. Grucci. Now Mr. Grucci is running against Forbes. Grucci is running on the Republican line, and the Independence Party endorsed him. Now, how we could have endorsed a candidate that represents the corrupt influence of the Republican machine here on Long Island, it just, it has me so disheartened. I've been severely depressed of late.
Yes, I can understand.
So
I can understand, Phil.
It seems like, I like to picture myself as Cyrano de Bergerac, okay? But more and more, I'm beginning to feel myself as Don Quixote. I'm tilting at windmills, okay, rather than being, the swordsman that everyone fears.
You want this on TV?
If you want to, you can.
All right, because you're good. Phil,
yes.
Lori Galgano interviewed Zabby's...
Mr. Gavon.
Yeah, we got to find somebody like Franklin.
Yeah. He's a nice man.
Yes, he is a good man. Always. Abby, will you send me a proxy statement?
Sure.
Okay. I mark mine up. And actually, it was somebody else's.
Okay.
I marked up, so I need a box 416.
Box 4?
Yeah, box 416. White Plains, New York.
Okay.
10602.
Okay. 10602.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Oh, okay. Did I tell you about the Japanese man who went to the eye doctor?
Yeah.
And the eye doctor said, you have cataracts. And the Japanese man says, no, I don't. I have a Lincoln.
Did you make these up yourself?
Hello, Glendora. This is Lieutenant Glendora, returning call. I checked into the city code 9:56 a.m. p.m.
This is Lieutenant Galazzo, New Rochelle Police.
I checked into the city code section that we were talking about. I didn't see anything that would pertain to you wearing a personal should be fine. If you want to put on a sign like that and protest whatever it is you want to protest, you shouldn't have a problem with the police department regarding that sign. Okay, if you have any questions, 654-2221. Thanks.
That's the lieutenant, Gonzalo.
U.S. Court of Appeals, 2nd Circuit, Foley Square, Manhattan.
Good afternoon, Court of Appeals.
Oh, good afternoon. The calendar, please?
8595, hold, please.
That's Sam McLemore. Answer.
What's the number?
This is Richard Alcantara.
Their calendar.
Hi, Richard.
Yes.
This is Glendora. This is...
How are you?
Well, we're wonderful, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I just got so wound up in other stuff. I don't even have a chance to telephone the way I used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, did you hear what the Japanese man said to the eye doctor?
No.
The eye doctor said you have cataracts. And the Japanese man says, no, I don't. I have a Lincoln.
I like that one.
How are you, Richie?
Good. It's a good joke.
I was wondering if my case has got an oral argument
This
schedule.
is
I think it's
Bruiser
99,
Ken.
1764.
The Bruiser Ken case, the phony criminal case,
7064?
No, 991764.
where he beat us up and lied that
think it
we
is.
assaulted him.
USA versus Buell?
Yeah, yes.
And we were made victims.
No, not yet. The
Two
earliest
ways.
date right now would be the week of August 28th.
Okay.
And it's on appeal.
Yeah, when's a sensible time to call again? Next week or 2 weeks or 3 or 4?
2 weeks.
Crooked
2
U.S.
weeks.
Attorney.
Yeah, okay. Gee, I'm
Edgardo
glad to talk
Ramos.
to you, Richard.
Two.
You take care.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Diane. We've decided to come and see you tomorrow after we finish editing at Lynbrook. We will bring those papers for Lori, and Glendora will sign them there when we're with you. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate you calling back, and I'm sorry for the, inconvenience here, but this is just how I'm dealing with everybody, and, I don't want to be inconsistent because then people think I'm not being consistent.
Right. Let's see. We probably
Maybe I...
would be there. What's a good time for you?
I'm here, so it doesn't matter whatever time.
All afternoon.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
All right?
This will probably be between 3 and 4, I would guess.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling.
Okay, Diane.
Thank you.
You bet.
Have a good day.
Bye.
So the end of that story is that she called up and said later that we didn't have to come, that she'd send the papers through the mail.
Mark Shukin.
And so that was a total victory, a big victory.
Apparently done it to Diane Bennett.
There's a new soy drink beverage on the market, and I think that's wonderful. I'm all for soy products because of the cruelty and suffering and agonizing and terrorizing of animals. And so I called up this company, Sun Soy in Dallas, to get the information, and they wouldn't give me the name of the CEO, nor the address of the company, nor the telephone number. So I said, okay, I'll get it from the library, and I did. It was in Thomas, the grocery register, and it was also in Standards & Poor's. And I called them, but there doesn't seem to be an answer.
Make those available to you.
Oh, yes. No, that's not the issue. The issue is that you...
Access Equal Opportunity, you remember all that work I did?
Not what I called up for.
And so,
Hi, Ed, how are you? It's Glendora.
this is Gadsden.
Glendora, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Good. Did you receive my memorandum on the task force reports for 3 years?
Yes, we did, and I thought that we made those available to you.
Oh, yes. No, that's not the issue. The issue is that after you made them available to me, I annotated them.
Oh, I haven't seen any annotations.
And I brought them in a week ago Friday night, and I left them with security, a copy for Mr. Gadsden, and a copy for Mr. Bajur, and a copy for the chairman of the task force, and a copy for the board.
Okay. Unfortunately, Glendora, I had not received anything from security. So I did not receive my copy. Let me phone upstairs to Mr. Bajura's office and see if he received his copy, and then I'll ask for a copy of it so that I can take a look at your comments.
Oh, good. Thanks. And then also the board and also the head of the task force, Williamson.
Yeah, I would imagine that if he hasn't gotten a copy, I'll make sure that that Tom Williamson gets a copy of your comments.
Oh, that's very nice. It's quite big. It's rather a large paper, 300 pages. And then I wonder if we could find out why, after these were served on security for you folks, that you folks didn't get them.
I'll try to look into it. I'm as careful as you are.
Okay, the people at the desk at that night were Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes, and Jimmy.
And Jimmy, okay.
They were the security people there.
They were two security people, okay.
Did you hear what the Japanese man said to the eye doctor?
No, not at all.
The eye doctor said to the Japanese man, "You have cataracts." And the Japanese man says, "No, I don't. I have a Lincoln." Okay, well, say hello to Bridget.
I most certainly will, Glendora.
And thank you.
I'll give her your regards.
Thank you, Mr. Gatson.
Okay, you have a great...
For the 1993 Lincoln, that's all done. And do you know something? The car was parked in the street in front of our house on a Saturday night, and somewhere between 6 o'clock and 8:30, somebody came along and helped himself to a lens. These lenses are very hard to get, as you know, off of the driver's front. Isn't that awful? 914-949-9495, and did you know what the Japanese man said?
Somebody wanted a lens for inspection. That's what that was all about. Isn't that a terrible thing? And that's the second time it's happened to us.
That's good. How was your weekend?
It was great.
Franklin, say hello to Tyrone.
I cannot figure why Hickey, a deputy commissioner of police,
Record on appeal has been returned to the district court.
and why he will not talk to me. I've called him over 40 times, and he dodges every time. What is he afraid of?
Glendora. That's right. Glendora.
This is the Houston court. Houston court. United States District Court, Houston.
Appeal record returned April 11, 2000.
Oh, thank you for the information. April 11, 2000. Oh, good. And what is your number? I don't have your number. Came in on a different...
Got us.
I came in on a different number.
993664.
3364. And what was the exchange?
H993664.
Oh, you're giving me the number. Oh, okay. All right. H99 Civ
3664.
Oh, good. What I want to know was your telephone number.
Well, you came in on this line and...
No, I came in on probation for some reason.
Oh, my gosh. 250-5114.
Repeat, please.
250-5114.
250-55...
No, 5114.
Okay, 5114. And that's 713, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Now, the question, clerk, is can you send me that record? Can you send me that record on appeal?
No, the only way is through the copy service in the clerk's office. I could give you their phone number.
Okay, one moment, please. I need a paper. Just a second. Copy service in the clerk's office. That's going to be very expensive. And I don't think I can afford that. Copy service. 713 236
0903.
0903. And the person in charge there is who?
I don't know. It's just whoever answers.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
I'm either on another line or away from my desk, but please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for calling.
Jim Carney, this is Glendora and Franklin. We want to thank you for your call. Yes, of course you couldn't come if you were directing a live show. And your people were superb. They took care of everything very,
This
very
is
well.
Bronx Neck.
We appreciate all that you do for us. Will it go there, Franklin? Is it the first Monday of the month or the second Monday of the month? record of that? I'll give you the case number.
Again, press 0. Press 1 to transfer to another extension. Please hold while your call is...
I don't know what program this is. Number 2736 of A Chat with Glendora Public Access. I have some people here. I cannot return your call, John, 347-2507. You did not give an area code. I have to have an area code, John. A Chat with Glendora is on TV in Portland, Oregon. It's on TV in Long Island. It's on TV in Suffolk. It's on TV in Nassau, Manhattan, Queens, Bronx, Westchester, Rockland, Buffalo, Santa Fe, Los Alamos. I don't know your area code. So people, when you call, wait a second. There was an accident down at the corner, and I'm wondering if that helicopter has anything to do with the 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. news. So John, call and give your area code. Now here's another John, 347-2507. I was very interested in your message, and I want to get back and talk to you about it. I think you have a cause of action there. And then somebody named Ron at 476-1550 has a *82 number. I will not return a *82 call. I just will not do that. Most of my calls are made from my home, and I do not want to give out that home number. Okay, I have some jokes for you. The honeymoon couple, they came home, and he said, "Dear, we have to settle down to business. Do you want to be the president or the vice president?" And she said, "Oh, that's all right, dear. You can be both. I'll just be the treasurer." Now, a newspaper printed a man's obituary, and the man was still alive, and the man was upset, and he told the newspaper, and the editor says, "Oh, I am genuinely sorry. I am genuinely sorry. I don't know what I can do to make it up for you." Then the editor said, "I know. tomorrow I'll put you in the birth column. A mother had an urgency that she had to go somewhere, and she left her little 7-year-old girl with 2 older women. And as the 2 older women and the little girl sat in the room together, one of the women said to the other, "She's not very P-R-E-T-T-Y, is she?" And the little girl said, "No, but very S-M-A-R-T." And a girl was asked by a TV interviewer, "What are your favorite sports?" And she said, "The ones who spend their money and go home early." This is really a chat with Glendora, folks. We are playing audio tapes of very, very interesting conversations, which are really across America. They go all across America, and they show you the state of things in America, these conversations. And so I'm exhausted reproducing these videotaping audio tapes. I'm exhausted from videotaping audio tapes. So I'm going to continue. There's audio tape number 11. 11 to go. I did 11:09 and 11:10. 11:11 is a magic minute, so we have to stop and thank God. We have to praise God for the pictures of Mars that came back, showing that possibly there was water on Mars. We have to praise God for the galaxies and for the stars. God of our fathers, whose almighty hand leads forth in beauty all the starry band of shining worlds in splendor through the sky. Our grateful song before thy throne arise. Okay, let's go cue up the first one. First tape, folks, is Phil Goldstein of Port Jefferson giving credit to Zabby. She lives in Santa Marichis, I think, but she's on the Riverhead system and used to be on the Brookhaven system before Cablevision Management ruined the Brookhaven system. You have a great mind.
You're very articulate, so I think it's a great pleasure to know. Okay. Strange joke. Did I tell you about the Chinese telephone book? No. Well, they gave up publishing the Chinese telephone book. There were so many wings and so many wrongs. Everybody was winging the wrong number. That's like the Japanese one that you told me.
Yeah, let's put this over into another tape recorder. This recorder is the best for queuing up tapes, and this one is the best for audio. Here we go.
That's right. We're doing Oriental jokes this week. Take care.
Oriental jokes this week.
Yes, Robert, how can we get a statement from Cablevision that the public access kit is no longer? Have you tried Tom Gardner? No.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Supposedly one that took over from
This is the Detroit court. United States District Court, Detroit. Bill Fox, pro se clerk. Let me put it in the better transmission. What's this helicopter noise?
This is Franklin Buell on the case Galliano versus James Doe that Judge Davis has. I believe it's number 754 of the year 2000. were going to send us the signed complaint forms. You were going to
How many
send us
helicopters is
complaint
that?
forms. Summonses, I'm sorry, summonses. I'm sorry, that's a mistake. The summonses, so that we could send them out and get things going. Could you let us know if they have been sent out? 914-949-9495. Thank you.
On my record on appeal that has been sent back to the district court, I would like to have it sent to me. Okay, copy on appeal.
U.S. Court, United States District Court,
Yeah, so would you
Houston.
like the numbers? You would like the appeal number or the district court number? No, because in part I believe you're going to have to call a different number. Okay, my name is Glendora. Glendora? Yes, Glendora. Okay, and can you hold for just a second? See, here's the problem. Yes. I don't know if we have your record. Yes, you do. I confirm that. I confirm that the record was sent back by the New Orleans, by the Fifth Circuit to you. You have the record on appeal. It's been returned to the district court. Well, we're not the district court. Well, it's been returned to the district court. Okay. In Houston. Yes. The number that you have is not the district court. This is Caroline King's number, who's the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals, Fifth Circuit. Correct. Yeah. We're not the district court. Right. And so the reason I need to have you hold is because I need to get the phone number of the person that you do need to call in order to get this. All right, Susan. All right. Could I call you back, because it's so expensive to go on hold, and could I call you back some other time and get that information from you?
She didn't like the idea, but she acquiesced.
All right. Maybe tomorrow?
When was that sent out?
Detroit. United States District Court,
Monday.
Detroit.
It was sent on Monday?
Did you receive the
One
complaint?
moment,
Glendora versus Gerald Levin. She looked around, she was very pleasant, but she didn't see any record of us coming in, so that's another follow-up call.
please. Call us back tomorrow then.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Detroit Court, John Figliosi.
This is John.
Oh, hi, John. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. I wonder if you could tell me the status of the Cablevision Public Access Kit.
At this point, they have suspended. They are not putting that into operation. They told us that they will not be using that particular set of rules.
Can you hear the applause?
Yes, I can hear it.
That's, we give you a lot of credit for that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think it's...
So you say, now let me, would you say that again? Let me write it down just a second. So I understand it correctly. Okay, at this point...
They are not implementing these rules as of July 1st.
Oh, that's a huge victory. They are not implementing these rules. Oh, that's a great victory. As of, what'd you say, as of July 1st?
Well, in other words, I guess they were supposed to go into effect July 1st. They're not going into effect then.
Not going into effect July 1st. What a great victory.
And they are, they are working on a
John
revision.
Figliosi, New York State Public Service
they hope
Commission.
will be more acceptable.
Working on a revision they hope will be
Boy, we won.
acceptable. Gee, that's good.
Public
news.
Access Producers won.
Good for you. How was your meeting out there in Riverhead on Tuesday?
Out there?
Tuesday the 20th.
It was fine. It was good. It was, I think it was useful. I think we were able to answer a lot of questions. I think we were able to get a lot of, Tom Hillgardner was there too.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a help because he was able to also confirm many of the things we were saying about what our rules do affect and what our rules have no effect over.
Very good.
So,
One viewer who called me on a chat with Glendora is Eric. He lives in Ossining, and he's a senior at the Culinary Institute of America.
Certification classes, upcoming group workshop, if you please.
495.
The rude
care.
postal clerk Larry, I wrote to the CEO and chairman of the Board of Governors about it, and also to the postmaster White Plains and the district superintendent Westchester.
Mr. Sam Winters, please, the chairman of the Board of Governors.
Okay, one moment.
Thank you.
First name?
Sam.
She doesn't know who he is. Imagine that. Chairman of the Board of Governors.
Charles Winters.
No, not Charles Winters.
No, it has to be Sam. All right, then Mr. William J. Henderson, who is the Postmaster General and the Chief Executive Officer.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the Consumer Advocate's office. This is Brian. How may I help you?
I did not call the Consumer Advocate's office. I called Mr. William J. Henderson.
Okay, ma'am, I apologize, but he does not accept calls from the general public. Is there something?
Oh, really? Now, why doesn't he accept? This is very interesting. Why doesn't he accept calls from the general public?
Because of the volume of calls that he receives on a daily basis would tie him up.
Okay, who gave him his job? Wasn't it the general public?
No, ma'am, he was appointed
By whom?
by the Board of Governors in conjunction with the President of the United States.
And who gave the president his job?
The taxpayers.
Yes, that's right. That's the general public.
Right.
Okay, the people to whom who gave Mr. Anderson his job, he will not speak to. Okay, good. I have that on recording. I'll play it on my TV show. Goodbye.
So we'll try that one again. Cablevision Dodge, Budell is dodging Glendora.
Glendora. Is Mac there?
No, Glendora, he's not. He's out of the office until Wednesday.
I don't know what's going on here.
Right.
Well, he's not on the job. And number two, he never returns a call.
I know he hasn't called, but I think he asked Tom to call you.
No, I didn't ask Tom. I can talk to Tom myself.
Yeah, well,
I asked Mac.
I think he referred it to Tom.
I don't care. I didn't ask him to refer it to Tom. I asked Mac Budell to call Glendora, and I just don't see why he doesn't.
All right, I will tell him that's what you said.
Cablevision.
Okay.
You cracked me up. All right, sounds good. What?
Okay, will
Franklin
you
has
call
joined
Pat
us for
first,
supper.
or? I will.
Hello, Franklin.
All right, and then I'll call him tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
All right, keep cool.
You too.
Take care.
That's
Bye-bye.
Diane Bennett.
Mr. Biggs, John H. Biggs.
This is TCIA-CREF, a college fund who wants Cablevision to have an independent board of directors. Mr. Biggs is the CEO.
You're going to screen me, right?
Well, no, I mean, I just want some idea.
Why is that?
Okay. As a courtesy to the person on the other end when I transfer you,
What person are you transferring me to?
well, you're going to get transferred to your secretary.
To a secretary. Okay, what is her extension?
We can take a look here.
You should call the police.
Joanne Mahoney.
Helicopter.
Extension 3940.
We wish to congratulate Mr. Biggs on his shareholders' proposal that Cablevision have an independent board of directors.
Okay. I'll go ahead and transfer you over now if you'd like.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Executive, good afternoon. May I help you?
Is this Joanne Mahoney?
No, it's not. She's on her line right now. Can I take a message?
Is Mr. Biggs there?
Not in his office. Can I have his assistant call you, please?
Have his assistant call?
Yes, I'll give the message to Joanne.
Oh, have Joanne call?
Yes. Can I have your name, please?
The name is Glendora.
Can you spell that for me?
G-L-E-N.
I'm sorry, E-L.
G is in good. L-E-N as in nice.
Mm-hmm.
D as in Donald. O-R-A.
Uh-huh.
And And we wish to congratulate Mr. Biggs on his shareholders' proposal that Cablevision have an independent board of directors.
The shareholder, I'm sorry, shareholders?
We wish to congratulate Mr. Biggs on his proposal that Cablevision have an independent board of directors.
Okay, can I have your number and I'll have her get back to you, please?
914 949 9495.
And your last name, please?
It was Glendora.
Oh, that's the last name?
Yes.
Okay, you calling from?
What town?
Yes.
Westchester, New York.
Okay, I'll give her the message, okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Isn't it hard to do good? Timothy Cacase didn't have any good luck. On, we got 3 control modules. So I still don't have any clock in the 1980 Lincoln, and I still don't have any information panel. This is Colleen Cassidy, Franklin's lawyer.
Okay, we'll just have to be patient then.
And she has no news on an oral argument on the Bruce Kennedy case.
At this
The
point, it won't
crooked
be,
U.S.
you know, so
Attorney Edgardo
there's 1 week
Ramos.
of argument at the end of July, 1 week at the end of August, or sometimes maybe the middle of September. I think he comes Wednesday night.
Yes, okay.
No, he's not coming tonight.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
657-0606. The law office of Thomas J. Gilgardner. No one's here to take your call right now. At the tone, please leave your name and your phone number, and we'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
I just called the Public Service Commission, and I was told that Cablevision is not implementing the rules, the public access kit, on July 1st. They're not going into effect July 1st. I consider that a tremendous victory, and we applaud you here, Franklin. Applaud it. It was good work on your part, and certainly on all of the others. So that's a tremendous victory, and I think you can pause now and enjoy it and celebrate it. I went to the meeting of the public access producers in Manhattan, and I found out that you were their speaker the month before. You should have told me that. I'm glad that you were, and they seem to have liked you, and you seem to have given them some spirit. What happens when ducks fly upside down? They quack up. And
This is
not
Einhorn.
implementing
Einhorn
these
is not
rules
considered a-
July 1st.
Yeah, I did hear that. Can I just ask you one favor? I'm in the middle of a meeting that's going to be...
Norwalk. No walk.
Good. That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think you should, it's a huge victory. It's just one huge victory. I mean,
What? That was that one I did, wasn't it? Those are the two books?
it's just a huge victory. And I congratulate everybody.
Well,
It's certainly what we wanted.
but I believe it's a victory. I don't know how huge, because I have a feeling that they back down for... See, they'll only back down for reasons. And this is something I didn't get to tell you. Is that Cablevision's trying to block some kind of sale or some kind of deal of other cable carriers, and they named Cox and a few others, and also AT&T was named, but they're trying to block something. And it could be that they need to have less of whatever going on inside their organization against them, because maybe they want to sell out to AT&T down the road, or there might be other issues.
Yeah, Goldberg has mentioned that.
Right, and there's got to be an ulterior motive temporarily. You know, maybe it has to do with renewing franchises, or that they don't want publicity.
Maybe so, but I'm going on record as saying we did it. We and we alone. We and we alone. All of us did it.
Yeah,
I'm going on record as saying that it's a huge victory for us, because I have litigated Cablevision for 7 years, and they do not back down easy.
Alfred at Cacase, Master Mechanics, came up with an ingenious idea how to put the armrest glove compartment door on the driver's door that he'll put in a plate, he'll rivet it, and then he'll rivet the piece of the door cover of the armrest. He'll rivet that to the piece of that he puts in. Isn't that good? He's going to do that on July 3rd.
Delighted to be with you.
Gene Crescenzi.
Supreme Court. Well, the Supreme Court this week, they came out and they made war again on the practice of people, of students to say their prayers before athletic events or school events. And they come out and they made, they paid their respects to the biggest lie that the human condition can has ever put in place, mainly the so-called separation of church and state. The truth is that the United States is a de facto religion, whether we like it or not. And the Supreme Court plays the game of being some kind of a high priest or prophet of this religion known as the United States of America. And now, of course, the thesis is very simple. Religion is a belief. The United States is a belief. It doesn't exist any place. You can't go out and pick up and say, well, look, this is the United States. It weighs so much, it displaces so much space or mass. It can't be done that way. It's a concept. The United States is a concept of government by the consent of the people, known as the democratic form of government in a Republican framework. That's no secret, but what it is you have these gangsters who are empowered, who call themselves the judges of the Supreme Court. They are nothing but, to call them mafiosi is to deny, is to denigrate this so-called mafia society, because the mafiosi had the purpose of the mafiosi was to undo injustice against the powerless. What the Supreme Court does is actually accentuate its strength and power against the vulnerable. Now, we see this week they just murdered this kid, Gary Graham, on the testimony of a prepared witness. Now, this woman, all you had to do was who testified that she saw Gary Graham shoot the victim. It was obvious in her the presentation of the testimony, the questions that were placed before, and the way she answered them. This woman was part of the institutionalized murder for hire of the judges and the district attorneys, the prosecuting district attorneys, which vitiates the entire validity of anything that the Supreme Court could do at any time. The Supreme Court was not put in place to protect the gangsterhood. The Supreme Court was put in place to protect the form of government, the democratic form of government, from usurpations of the other two branches of the legislative and the judicial power. That's what the Supreme Court was put in place for. And anything else is another deception against the people. It is more war against the human condition. And we see this in this concept is put into place at every level of abuse. When we go to court, for instance, I have been constantly attacked by somebody in the environmental board here, where they give me summonses to return to court on an impossible day in the past. Just this week, I got a summons yesterday to appear on the 20th of June.
earlier in the week, I had been to court on 2 other false accusations of non-compliance with the sidewalk Gestapo, who tries to steal money under the direction of the Supreme Court of the United States, because that's where the gangsterhood is protected by. And they want $250 fines and a $25 fine and another one, and I don't know what this other nonsense is all about. But this is the gangsterhood that is protected by the Supreme Court, and they talk about separation of church and state. They are running a rogue church, a rogue religion that they call the Supreme Court. What else can I say? I'm frustrated to death because I'm not young enough and to fight back in the only way that these people know that they have to be. Every time there's been any kind of successful action against the judiciary, it's been because they were locked up. This is what Abraham Lincoln did in 1862 when in Maryland. And he tried to do the same thing in New York, but he was outdone in New York because of the pre-Zionist usurpation of power in New York to support